Ako si Binibining 17, Hannah Constantino Arnold, galing sa probinsya ng Masbate. A national costume reminds us of important pages of our history. The beautiful islands where we come from, the stories of our ancestors, and the unparalleled artistry of our people. As a young girl, the colors, music, and dances of our country brought so much joy to my curious eye. And so began my love for the Bulacan Festival. Hand-painted, hand-embroidered, and covered in petals to gracefully give honor to our Virgin Mary. Just like a flower blooming in time, Pilipinas embraces the artisanal spirit of the costume, implying progress, dignity, and celebration, which also defines a Filipina.
The land of thousand colors. Quezon Province is known for its quaint towns and serene nature views. Not only are we proud of the rich coconut plantations in the province, but we also want to highlight the native dance that is truly Quezonian, the Jota Gumaqueña. Quezon is also famed for the celebration of the Philippines' most colorful harvest festival, Pahiyas. When one hears Pahiyas, keeping immediately comes to mind. It is a reflection of our farmers' gratitude for a very bountiful harvest. Kaya, tara na sa napakamakulay na lalawigan ng Quezon.
Together with my team, we wanted to highlight the natural riches from the sea, one of the main sources of income by the people in my province. The ocean is an important part of La Union, as we're known to be the surfing capital of the North. I hope that when you remember this piece of me and this piece of La Union, you are reminded of a sea goddess watching the ever-changing and ever-growing prosperous province of La Union.
I am a female centurion, demonstrating heroic qualities of a Filipino, bravely leading our century, depicted by Roman costumes, tunics, and vivid metallic embellishments that have been crafted by local artisans and wood carvers of Paete, Laguna. This reclaimed and recycled warrior ensemble symbolizes women's ability to exhibit our courage and stand up for our rights and core feminine values. Possessing as much strength, determination, and fortitude as any man, I am willing to take up arms and fight for a cause with relentless perseverance. Ako si Binibining 27, Rochelle Liman, mula sa Oriental Mindoro.
This is a depiction of the traditional Maria Clara dress inspired from the Gigantes Festival of Angono, Rizal. It is celebrated every fourth week of November, where giant papier-mâché or gigantes are paraded on the streets. A fusion of the Maria Clara and gigantes, using the framework and the massiveness of the gigantes under the Maria Clara dress. The fabric is an interpretation of our piña fabric, highlighting its fibrous characteristic. Turning around, the Maria Clara is transformed into the colorful gigantes adorned with playful lights, giving it a festive vibe.
Ako si Binibining 32, Leslie Ann Inglesticaro, galing sa lungsod ng Tagum. Waling-waling, soon by impeccable skills to be worn by Binibining, showcasing the culture and fashion of Mindanao, celebrating the beauty of the Philippine flora, representing the grace, strength, and essence of a Filipina. This couture creation is proudly made by a Mindanaoan couturier and bead master, Mark Joseph Sayed, to exemplify that the Filipina beauty is more than what meets the eye. Filipina beauty has become transformative, that it has broken stereotypes and beauty standards, and that Filipina beauty mirrors culture, experience, substance, authenticity, and life. A binibini is a waling-waling, highly coveted, majestic, and one of a kind.
Si Binibini 1 Samantha Pandillo mula sa Sinilangan ng Mga Bayani, Cavite. My national costume designed by Cleven Bartolaba was inspired by the Philippine Revolution given my province's historical nature. The crown signifies the 13 martyrs of Cavite and its design influenced by my Aunt Myrna Pandillo's winning crown in Binibining, Pilipinas, 1964. The gold feather-like shoulders emanate a gladiator silhouette, modernized and innovated, just like our modern-day empowered women. This shows that freedom isn't solely won by blood battles, but also by our inner power, pure hearts, and resilience as Filipinos. That we are worth fighting for. Completing this creation is a belt that represents the Philippine flag. Strength and independence of modern-day Filipino women are what my national costume strives for, to show that we are able to flap our own wings of freedom, to fight our own battles with beauty and grace. Independence is a choice we have made in our history, and a choice that we make every day so that we can soar high.
Ako si Binibini 22, siya rin nagmula sa progresibong lalawigan ng Pampanga. DASE, Developing ITA's Strength Through Empowerment. DASE, which means banig in Tagalog, is the main fabric material of this masterpiece. The palay grains represent Pampanga's fertile soil and our hard-working farmers. The crown symbolizes the devotion and high spirituality of Pampanga's patron saint, the miraculous Virgen de los Remedios. Pampanga, a place full of love and a place full of dreams. There may be the toughest time when the Kapampangan region was devoured by calamities. Serenity was lost, but the pride and joy remained in every Kapampangan's heart, which regained who we truly are. Strong-willed, intense, willing to extend hands to build unity. And I am a Kapampangan. Pag maragul ko, Kapampangan ko.
Ako po si Binibining Kimberly Ledesma Tikes mula sa bayan ng mga Makata, Balagtas, lalawigan ng magagandang gilag at magigiting na bayani, Bulacan. Kinikilala bilang reyna ng mga kapistahan sa Pilipinas, ang Flores de Maria o Flores de Mayo na pinapaniwalaang nagsimula sa Bulacan, Bulacan noong 1865. Ang kasuotang ito ay obra ni Marvin Garcia na malinaw na nagpapakita sa pagkamalikhain ng mga Bulakenyo. Pinalilibutan ng daan-daang bulaklak at mga batong kristal na kumakatawan sa alhasan ng may kawayan na lalong pinatingkad ng magarbong kinayas na kawayan ng singkaban na isang anyo ng tradisyonal na arkitekturang Bulakenyo na sumisimbolo ng kasaysayan, sining, kultura, at kalinangan ng sambayanang Bulakenyo.
Si Binibining 10, Maureen Monteng, galing sa Padre Garcia, Batangas. My national costume is a reflection of history, culture, and the resources that has made Batangas an economic power. Evidenced by the Kalatagan pot, Batangas antedates the Hispanic influence as it has already thrived as small lacanantes scattered in its plains and high grounds. Long before the Spanish colonization, these lacanantes were already producing their own food like rice and coconuts. This costume strives to incorporate these historical and cultural dimensions into a stunning masterpiece, a fashion statement that tells the past, present, and future of the beautiful province. Batangas stands resilient, having experienced both volcanic eruption and the pandemic. This is a reminder of the hero in each and every Batangueño, rising despite all adversities.
Ako si Binibini 15, Karen Lori Mendoza, galing sa Iloilo City. My national costume is inspired by Bulalakaw, a Visayan deity of illness and pestilence. Bulalakaw is believed to be a mythical bird with fiery feathers. According to the myth, Bulalakaw is a thin boy wearing a bird-like headdress, or even a genderless deity. This deity is worshipped by Babaylans and can be appeased by performing necessary rites and rituals. Bulalakaw visits the earthly plane in form of a comet. There's also a superstition for children: when a comet darts into the sky, children should not point at it, because the Bulalakaw does not like it and might punish them for that deed. According to the ancient culture, a comet is a symbolism of dread and a harbinger of doom, and also a messenger of the gods.
Ako si Binibining 19, Gabriel Basiano, galing sa Bulacan City, Eastern Samar. My costume is called the Golden Kalesa. Kalesa is believed to be the first introduced to the Philippines by Spain during the 18th century. It has served as a deluxe mode of transportation that only the rich and high-ranking officials can afford. It used to be Philippines' king of the road, long before the jeepneys arrived. This golden kalesa represents the shades of my hometown, Bulacan City, Eastern Samar. I am wearing a mesh bodysuit that is embellished with thousands of golden Swarovski crystals. The carriage is adorned by hand-woven mat and most commonly known as banig, one of the major products of my province.
La Luz de la Paz. This national costume reflects the light of peace in the midst of the current global darkness. This light of peace is represented by a traditional Christmas symbol in Angeles City, the distinct Parul Angeles, which forms the base of the costume. Characterized by its simplicity yet intricacy in design, this local lantern traces its origin in the century-old tradition of Lubena's Ning Pasko, the culmination of a 9-day prayer vigil leading to the Christmas day. This is the same symbolic light that guided the local farmers in attending the Mass at dawn before proceeding to their field works. This tradition extended to the present generation as Simbang Gabi. One symbolic intention of this lantern procession, the fish, which represents prosperity, is depicted by the lame fabric details that resemble the fish scales. This masterpiece aspires to bring hope and prosperity as the world anticipates for the most wonderful time of the year, the Christmas season. Yako po i Maria Francesca Taruk, Menibatan, kang syudad ning Angeles, Pampanga.